ECs, we often say in a drought-stricken South Texas that we pray for rain. Tonight, I encourage you to pray it doesn't rain, because what I'm looking at with computer model data could be worst-case scenario for the Texas Hill Country overnight tonight and tomorrow. Let me show you first what we've got here on the hill, a southeast wind, and one of the reasons why we continue to supply this atmosphere with plenty of moisture. The Gulf breeze, the Gulf fetch has not let up, so dew points have hovered around 70 for the last month and a half. No exception tonight at 72. It's 83 degrees on the thermometer, but that feels like 88 with that dew point high and the humidity there. Highs today, mid-90s if you were east of I-35, like Seguin, Gonzales, both at 94, Victoria 94, Port Lavaca 96. That's pretty rare for the coast. And then you've got 89 at Hondo, 85 Uvalde. Rock Springs stayed in the 70s, 83 Del Rio. We stopped at 90, which is still below average. Now, the last of any kind of rain, you can see a rogue shower or two near Seguin. And then we had a couple of little showers right in here through downtown. But now it's been quiet the last couple of hours. But this is the concern area. Along the Rio Grande Plains, you can see very heavy thunderstorms once again in Maverick County. I say once again because I'm about to show you the incredible totals there from this morning. But notice how this is beginning to flare out a little bit more and more to the east. And that's my concern, that as this marches north, it starts to really grow out to the east, and we start seeing heavy rain over the Frio River again and up into the Kerrville area. And here's the thing, the Frio River is still rising tonight. We're expecting a KENS crest at about 11 p.m. and then overnight at Uvalde at about 4 a.m. Tuesday. Look at some of these rain totals hit today. Nearly 10 inches in spots of southern Kinney County, northern Maverick County, just north of Eagle Pass. And here it comes again. At least another inch to 2 inches of rain heading into that same area as we speak. 10 inches near KENS and up into Real County, 2 inches near Kerrville, about an inch and a half when you get closer to San Antonio. So this flood watch in effect through tomorrow morning. And again, it's going to be right on top of rivers that are still rising. This is the Frio River flood warning, and even the Guadalupe, part of it, in Kerrville under a warning. And no surprise, the excessive rain outlook, a 3 out of 4 chance in that area, 2 out of 4 for San Antonio. So now here's the model, and I'm going to show you the worst case scenario first. 2 models, okay? And I will say this, the HRRR initializing better. That means that it had a better picture of what was happening currently with what I just showed you down by Eagle Pass. It had that. And so because of that, we have a little bit more confidence in seeing what we're seeing. This is worst case scenario. 1 in the morning, very heavy rain. Now watch this area as I push this forward. Look at this, more heavy rain. This is 5 a.m. and it hardly lets up. And look at that, it's still raining, and now we're at 9 a.m. We're talking about several hours and in what could be pockets of very heavy rain moving through that Kerrville area, and still a lingering shower at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Let me show you what we're praying for, this kind of scenario, that at 2 a.m. there's a few scattered storms, that most of what we saw to the south breaks up, doesn't move any farther east. We see a few scattered showers, but nothing heavy like that first model showed. One good piece of news, look at that dryness to this atmosphere. We're really going to be drying things out once we get to Wednesday, especially Thursday. But then you see this huge pool of tropical moisture. Here comes an area of thunderstorms. It's an area of low pressure. It's called Invest, right? So it's not a tropical storm yet. But as it moves into the northern Gulf, it's got a 40% chance of becoming Dexter. So it's something to watch very closely. From San Fernando Cathedral, our 14-day forecast with a weather impact alert for early Tuesday because of the flood watch. And then we'll drop that in the afternoon, hopefully, and 94 is the high. We'll go into the mid-90s right through the weekend. In fact, 96 to 97 once we get to Saturday and Sunday. But the good news is we're dropping rain chances until next week, 10 to 20% chance on the 23rd and 24th. And the bigger story as we start wrapping up July is going to be highs near 100. That's going to be, feels like it, like 103, 104 on that final weekend